Hello and welcome back to this course. In the previous session, we have discussed about the break statement. Now in this session, we are going to focus on the next important statement, that is continue statement. In some programming situation, we want to take the control to the beginning of the loop by passing the statements inside the loop which have not yet been executed. Okay, the keyword continue allow us to do this. When continue is encountered inside any loop, the control automatically passes to the beginning of the loop. Continue is usually associated with an if, like the break statement. Here is an example of continue statement. So within main function, there are two variables defined, I and j. So two for loops are there. One is for I equal to 1 less than equal to 2 I plus plus, and within the body of this for loop we have another for loop for j equal to 1 which is counting up to j less than equal to 2. So within the body of inner for loop you will note that when I is equals to j, the continue statements takes the control to the inner for loop. That means when this continue statement is encountered, the control is transferred to j plus plus. Okay, and again it is compared with less than equal to 2, and if it is true it comes to the body. Now if this conditions returns false, then the printf will be executed. So as you can see the output of this above program, when I is equal to j, this printf is bypassed, and when it is not equal, then the value is printed. So 1 2 2 1. This is the output for this above code. Okay, nested loops are mostly used to generate various pattern in C. Okay, a very basic pattern shown below, having the stars that is incrementing at every next line. Okay, so in the next session we will see how to generate these kind of patterns using nested loops. For now, let's jump to the code block window and implement the example of continue statement. So let's jump to the code block window. Again, create an empty file, save this file to loop folder as continue.c. Okay, so just save this file and you can write comment as demonstration of continue statement. Once again, start the code by including header file stdio.h, then the main function. Now let's define the two variable, that is int I comma j. Now we have to create for loop for I equal to 1, I less than equal to 2, I plus plus. Inside the body of this for loop, we have to create another for loop. So for j equal to 1, j less than equal to 2, j plus plus. Now inside the body of this for loop, we have to test that if I is equal to j. So if I equal to j, we have to use continue statement. After that, just print the message /n %d /n. We are printing the value of I and j. Now if you see this code, so there are two for loop used. The upper for loop is from 1 to 2, same is for the inner for loop, and within the body of this inner for loop we have tested that if I is equal to j. Okay, so for I equal to 1, the condition is true, then it enters the second loop. Okay, in the second loop again the condition is true, so it enters the if statement. Okay, now if I is equal to j, for now I and j both are 1. Okay, so since I is equal to j, we have a continue statement. That means the control will be transferred to this for loop of j. So again j is incremented and retested. Okay, so this time I equal to j returns false. Okay, so continue will not be executed, rather than this printf will be executed. So let's build the code and run the code to see the output. So you can see that when I and j are not equal, then only the value of ij is printed, that is 1 2 2 1. And for the other condition like 1 1 2 2, since I is equal to j, continue statement has not allowed the loop to execute further statement. It just transferred the control to the start of the loop. Okay, so I hope the working of continue statement is clear to you. If you find any difficulties, you can reach us. Okay, and for your reference, this code